Hello, a very warm welcome to you. Welcome to this really exciting meditating with your guardian angel, where we're going to be focused specifically on the missing piece of manifesting with your guardian angel. Now, before I shared this with you, before I wrote the title, which Tressarn helped me to write, I was a bit hesitant to write the missing piece of manifesting because it sounded a bit cheesy. There are so many people out there in the world telling you that you just need to do it the way that they do it. And you can find out the way that they do it if you do this thing. And I don't want to be part of that because I want to teach you something that you can really be empowered by. I want to give you this technique, which is so natural, this technique which will allow you to manifest with your guardian angel, which is innate. And I just want to unlock that for you. I want to teach you something which is practical and that you can use in your life. Let me know you're here. Say hi. Please let me know you're here. So exciting to let me know you're here and where you're calling from. And let me know if you are excited about manifesting today. Tell me. Just say, yes, Roz, I'm excited about manifesting. Because before I came on, I said to Eddie, I've got butterflies. I've got real butterflies. I'm so excited about some magic happening today. And you being here, letting me know you're here, is part of the energy that creates this magic. So please let me know that you're here and where you're from. Sandra's excited. Yes. Fantastic. And I can see Trisha's here as well. It's so cool. So introductions. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Roz Place. I am a guardian angel communicator. I channel Tressarn, my guardian angel. And we love, me and Tressarn, teaching people how to channel their own guardian angels so that they can live their purpose, so that they can manifest their dreams, so that you can create the life that you really came here for. And your guardian angel knows what life that is. And when you know what you came here for, you can relax. When you know the life that you came here for, and when you've got your guardian angel helping you to live that life, you feel so confident. And you feel so comforted and so secure because you don't have to do it on your own. When you've got your guardian angel in your life, you're able to create your life in a way that is supported. You've got access to infinite wisdom, and that connection is so clear and so personal. It takes away all of the doubt, takes away all of the worry, takes away all of the time wasting, takes away all of that feeling of moving in a direction which is full of obstacles and blocks and barriers. And we're going to talk about manifesting today, the missing piece to manifesting today. I'm going to crack on with that really quickly, but I do want to talk about manifesting first because we're going to have some fun with this. Let's be lighthearted about it. Let's not take it all too seriously. It's so good to be able to laugh at ourselves and at situations we find ourselves in, because the minute we do, we lighten the energy of everything. So I've written a book with Tressarn that you might care to take a look at, which is called Channel of Clarity. He taught me how to teach you how to channel your guardian angel. There's a link in the description if you care to take a look at that. And also, if you want to have access to the PDF which I've created, which talks you through this technique of meditating with your guardian angel, that will be in the description too. Just click on that and I'll be able to send that through to you. Everybody is so full of beans today. Let's say some hellos. Thank you so much for letting me know you're here. Jamie, hi. Anne, hi. Trisha, hi. Monet O'Neill. I like that. Sounds like Money O'Neill. Very good. Tina, hi. Linda, hi. Jamie and Regine. Hey, Regine, lovely to have you. I was just talking to Regine. Fantastic. So let's talk about manifesting, right? There are so many people that teach you about manifesting, that tell you about manifesting. And there are some real kind of like key components that people teach you need to do. And as we change in this world, as the world evolves, as tools that used to work stop working, it's important to know that there are other tools that you can approach things in a different way. So manifesting is normally taught like from the perspective of like, you need to think positive. Tell me if that's what you've been told about manifesting. You know, you need to really keep your thoughts really positive, and you need to really focus on all the good things and just like keep in a really good mood all the time. Tell me if you've been told that manifesting is like you get what you think about. You know, it's all about what you think about. If you're thinking about that, if you're giving your attention to that, that's what you're going to get. Now, I don't know about you, but that is actually quite scary Because when you start thinking about the things that you're thinking about and not want to think about things that aren't positive, what is the easiest thing to do? To start thinking about things that aren't positive. It's like, I can't think about that. Don't think about that. What do you immediately want to do? You want to think about that. And that whole idea of, you get what you think about. Not only is it scary, let me know if you think it's scary, but all right, positive and very precise. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah, that's true. There's nothing we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how you can approach this secret piece, missing piece, whatever you want to call it. It's not secret. I don't want it to be a secret. I want it to be out there in the world so that you can use it. But this piece that I'm going to share with you today is something that means that you don't have to be precise. You don't have to keep your thoughts positive all the time. You don't have to think that this is a mind issue. It's not about positive mental attitude. It's not about like staying in a good mood. And part of that, you get what you think about, which is quite scary, and also something that you don't quite fully know what to do with, is this idea that, your thoughts create things. Who's heard that? Your thoughts create things. Again, really quite terrifying. And it's like, I've got to think about this thing that I can't think about. I mustn't think about that thing, and I've got to think about this thing. It all becomes very cognitive. So we're going to talk about that. Another thing that you get told about manifesting is, tell me if you've heard this before. You've got to imagine that you already have the thing you want. Who's heard that? You've just got to imagine that it's already in your reality. Now, I don't know about you, but if I really want something, I find it really hard to imagine that I already have it. If something's really important to me, I feel like I'm telling myself a bit of a porky pie when I'm imagining that I've already got it, because I haven't. I haven't already got it. I know I haven't already got it. And see the way my voice goes when I talk about it, I feel flat about it. Tell me if you've heard that. I think it's impossible. Not completely impossible, but blimmin' hard work. Blimmin' hard work. Like really having to focus on imagining that the object of your desire is already in your reality. It's so hard. So hard, okay? And another thing that we get told about as like a way of kind of like getting into all of this, a way of lifting our vibration, a way of elevating ourselves out of where we are and into where we want to be, is appreciation. I love appreciating things. Like, appreciation is a deeply satisfying feeling. Appreciation is something which I was talking to one of my sons about. Sounds like I've got about 100. I was talking to my younger son about the other day, and I remember having the same conversation with my older son and talking about appreciation and saying appreciation is really important. You need to appreciate things. It's important to appreciate things, not because it makes you polite, not because everyone's going to think you've got nice manners, but because when you really, really appreciate something, you send a message out into the universe of, I want more of this. I want more of this feeling. And we're coming around slowly to the missing piece. It's not that. I'm going to tell you what the missing piece is. We're going to get there. But I want you to see what's been going on where you're at so that you can see how you can just take a little bit of a step in a slightly further forwards direction into something incredible. Lots of people here saying, you can't be positive all the time. No, you can't. You absolutely can't. Jamie's saying she agrees. Anne's saying all sorts of thoughts pop into your head at random times. I wouldn't like most of them to manifest. Exactly. Who tell me if anyone can understand that? That applies to, I would imagine, virtually everybody here. Fantastic. It's like not mentioning the elephant in the room. Linda's saying, yeah, exactly. It's like you're telling yourself porcupines, you're telling yourself fibs. It doesn't sit right. It doesn't. There's something else. There's a way of experiencing that which is different. Okay. What else is saying here? I'm not great at visualizing. Okay, that's cool. That's another thing to talk about, the visualization. This missing piece. You don't have to visualize. This missing piece that I'm going to share with you don't have to stay positive all the time. This missing piece that I'm going to share with you means that you don't have to worry about what you're thinking about. This missing piece that I'm going to share with you, Trisha's saying, so difficult to do it already. It's very difficult. Gratitude is everything. Yeah, gratitude is everything. Yeah, back to gratitude. Yeah, gratitude, appreciation, They are about enjoying, appreciating, valuing, and they're good manners and they're a pleasant experience, a very enjoyable experience. But what I was saying to my son is, when you appreciate things sincerely, you send a message to the universe. You send a wonderful manifesting tone out into the universe of, I want more of that, please. This is what I say yes to. Okay, so that's great. Something else that people will teach you to do with manifesting is to write affirmations. I am wealthy, I am slim, I am full of vibrant health, I am. And the challenge that I have with affirmations is that they are, for me, I'm telling myself porky pies. It's, if I have to affirm this, it's not a reminder of what is true. It's, for me, always created a feeling of, but I'm not that, am I? But I'm not that. I'm not that yet. And it's just too much of a reach. And this missing piece that I'm going to share with you is, you don't need to do that. You don't need to affirm things. You don't need to say things to yourself that you want to be. This missing piece that I'm going to share with you is not aspirational. And what I mean by that is, you're not having to create something inside of yourself which is going to get you to where you want to be, something that's hard to get to, something hard to reach. It's not that. This missing piece isn't that. Vumre, hey, lovely to see you. She says, what about when you do everything and you still struggle? Exactly. What about when nothing's working? This missing piece will help you with that. Thank you very much for making your comments here, Vumre. That's fantastic. And saying affirmations are a conscious creating, but if you don't have the belief subconsciously, then it doesn't hold true. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. It's just telling yourself something that won't go in. And like speaking it into being, that's something else that people will describe as a way of manifesting. And you don't have to speak it into being with this missing piece that I'm going to share with you. Linda's saying imposter syndrome, affirming what you aren't yet. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of just doesn't feel quite right. It just doesn't resonate, just doesn't feel good. The other thing about this missing piece of manifesting that I'm going to share with you means that you don't have to get really specific. Tell me honestly, who's manifested something that they didn't really want? I have. I've manifested something which I thought I wanted. I've manifested something which my ego wanted. But when I got there, it was rubbish. It wasn't what I really wanted. And when I share with you this missing piece, which I'm going to share with you, this missing piece to manifesting, you will only ever get correct manifestations. And that's what your guardian angel can help you with. Because your guardian angel knows what you want. Your guardian angel knows what you really want. Your guardian angel knows what you've come here for, what your purpose is, and exists only to help you to create that. And what it means is, when you manifest with your guardian angel, you manifest accurately, because your guardian angel knows what you want, and your guardian angel can help you to get that. Your guardian angel can follow up the rear, which is something that I say quite a lot, through your actions. When you act from a place of confidence, because you know what you're supposed to be doing, and you know who you're supposed to be, and you get direct guidance from your guardian angel, which helps you to manifest, not doing it on your own, doing it together, completely confidently. You remove the doubt. And that's a big reason that people don't manifest, because they don't believe they're going to get it. They wonder whether they should be getting it. They wonder whether it's right. Am I supposed to be having this thing that I want? Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's not meant to be. You know, who thinks that? Who thinks like, oh, I want this thing, and then you're positive and you've done your vision board and you're like, you know, you're really being a good person. Like, you're a good person. Do you know, I see so many good people that want to manifest great things into their life. And my goodness, don't you deserve it? Good people, generous people, people that give, people that help others, not manifesting. I think that, well, sometimes the visual that Tressarn gives me is that good people that are out in the world giving to others that can't manifest have got this like giant fire hose, like a firefighter's hose in their hands. You know how like they're so strong you can hardly hold them. And they're giving. And you know what water does when it comes out of a fire hydrant like that? Giving, I'm going to give. Tell me what can come back when that's the way you approach life. Tell me how easy it is for anything to get through that. It's blimmin' impossible. And this missing piece of manifesting is how I've helped clients to transform that. Giving in a way that means they can receive, putting all that passion into what you want to do with your life, how you want to help other people, but having it be received back. Because it's not enough to give. Manifesting isn't about being a good person. I used to cry. I used to be so upset. And I used to say to Tressarn, I'm giving so much. Tell me if this is you. I give so much to my family. I give so much thought and care to people. I give so much of my energy to good things, to being kind, to being good. And I'm not getting that back. And it makes me feel upset. And it makes me feel like I'm not deserving of it in some way. You can hear my voice go down again because I'm not in the energy of the missing piece. I'm going to share the missing piece with you in a minute. Tell me if that's you. Because this missing piece of manifesting is how not only do you put the correct message out into the universe of what you want. Esther Hicks talks about it as like rockets of desire. So you put those rockets of desire, you put those wonderful things out into the universe that you want more of. That's step one. That's so important. Of course it is. But then how do they come back? How do they reach you? Being in a good mood, yes. Appreciation, yes. All of those things, they're fantastic. But this missing piece is something which is not dependent on the specifics. It's not dependent on what's happened in the past or what's going to happen in the future. This missing piece to manifesting is something which is not about affirming. It's not attached. There is zero resistance to you getting back what you want when you understand what this missing piece is. Imagine that. Imagine having a manifesting tone. Imagine having, and this is personal, I'm going to teach you this. I'm going to teach you what this missing piece is. I'm going to teach you what the steps are that you need to go through in order to be able to find this missing piece. But it is personal in ways which are impossible for me to describe to you within the space that we're in now. Your guardian angel can help you with that. And I can help you with that if you want me to. I teach people how to channel their guardian angels all the time so that they can manifest what it is that they want in their lives. You just need to reach out, hello@rosplace.com, and I can be delighted to answer any questions that you have about why channeling your guardian angel saves you time because you don't make mistakes. Why channeling your guardian angel means that you can manifest everything that you've ever wanted, because not only do you know what that is and have confidence in your ability to get it, but you understand how to get it back. Because channeling your guardian angel means that you have companionship. You're not doing it on your own. How hard work is it feeling like you're doing everything on your own all the time? You're not alone and you're not doing it on your own. And channeling your guardian angel gives you an ability that, I don't even know what the percentage would be of people can do. But when you can do it, the whole of your world changes. It's a transformational ability, not just spiritually in terms of having an advanced ability. That means that you have an access to the universe, to your guardian angel, and infinite wisdom that an immeasurable, because it's so tiny, number of people have. But it means that you manifest whatever you want in your life that is aligned with your purpose and your highest good. And that doesn't mean only boring things. Like your highest good sounds a little bit pious, doesn't it? Your highest good is like what it is that you truly, really want. And that is what the missing piece of manifesting is about. Let's have a look, see what everyone's saying here. Monet is saying, what about being separated from our mother's womb? We don't need to be separated from things that happen while we are in our mother's womb. I'm going to have a think about that one. Tell me what you mean by that. I'd love to answer that question if you can give that to me in a way that I can understand a little bit more clearly. The separateness is definitely something which I can speak to, which is about feeling that connectedness that you may feel when you're in your mother's womb. Yep, Trisha's saying too specific. Regine's saying she knows how it feels to manifest things that you don't really want. That's exactly how I feel, Vilma is saying. Regine's saying yes. Tina's saying yes. Sandra's saying yes. Renee's saying separate from their mother's womb so that I can excel in the name of Jesus as it is done for me and as it is done for you. Amen, amen. So that connection that you feel when you are coming into a physical body, when you are in a space inside of your mother's womb, is a great example of safety, feeling safe, being nurtured, being given all that you need to grow and loved, and being in an environment where you can enjoy this experience that is the missing piece of manifesting. So we may come back to that analogy. Thank you for sharing that, Monet. So we've talked quite a lot about what you're taught about manifesting, what you're told about manifesting. Talk quite a lot about some of the challenges around why you can't manifest and how you can see that that is something that's happening for you in your life. So let's talk about the missing piece. I'm going to get a glass of water before I do this because I've got lots I want to say about this and share with you. So whenever you manifest, whenever you think about something that you want, you immediately become aware of the fact that you don't have it. You're always going to be wanting more, and that is inevitable. And that doesn't mean you're greedy. Always wanting more in your life is the fact that you will reach a point where you have something, and then you will find a variety of other preferences, other desires, other things which are interesting to you. And that's part of growth. That's your growth. That's the growth of life and your experience of life. And you came here to have that experience, because when you grow, when you evolve, when you elevate your frequency, your life, when you are creative in a way that brings positive energy into your life. And by that, I mean, when you manifest your desires, you contribute positively to the expansion of the entire universe. You contribute positively to your family. You contribute positively to your community. When you manifest the things that are important to you, then you contribute positively to the expansion of the entire universe because your energy is elevated. You're happy. You're content. You've got what you want. You're doing what you want. It feels good to you. Okay? So that is a natural experience of what you've come here to be. You've come here to experience a life which is expansive, creative. And humans in the modern world feel very confined. You're in a job you don't like. You're in a relationship you don't want. You're listening to the news. You're fearing what's going to happen in the future. And every generation, or many generations, certainly in contemporary times, have done exactly the same thing. They've feared, they've worried, they've felt as though the world is in the worst state it's ever been at that moment in time. And that is an interference to your vibration. You know that. You absorb everything that goes on around you all the time. And amongst all of those feelings of fear and anxiety and worry and pressure, and you've got this, and I want this thing that I don't have. I want this thing that I don't have. I want this car that I don't have. I want this job that I don't have. I want this money that I don't have. I want this relationship that I don't have. And it's great to know what you want. But when you focus upon not having something, and when that is compounded by the fear that's going on around you all of the time, you're pushing it further away. And even if you knew exactly what you wanted, and even if you had a wonderfully positive attitude every day, even if you're in a good mood every day, even if you were giving out into the universe all of the energy, which is what you were saying you wanted more of, how does it get back to you? How does it arrive? What are the personal barriers that you have inadvertently that are obstructing the return of everything that you've ever wanted? Something I'd like you to know is that Everything that you've ever put out there into the universe, everything that you've ever wanted, all of your vision boards, all of your goals, all of your desires, everything that you're thinking about wanting to bring into your life now, it's all out there waiting for you. Sometimes people think that when they don't get what they want, when they don't manifest what they want, then it's gone missing, or it's just not there, or it's just not going to come because it hasn't become. It has. Because the minute you work out what you want, and the minute you enjoy the feeling of what you want, it starts to become created in an energy form. Okay. And energy form's great, but you don't want the energy form of it, really, do you? You want the reality of it. You want that physical, being able to hold on to it, being able to live in it, feel it, experience it. So the gap between the energy and the physical experience of something, how do you allow it back? Allow. Allow. I want you to think about the word allow. It's an interesting word, isn't it? The missing piece that I'm going to explain to you to manifesting with your guardian angel's help is called allowing. Okay. We all think we know what we want. We all know what we don't want. And we can get really specific and really into the details of these things. We can think that when we've got what we want, everything's going to be miraculously wonderful in our lives. We can think that when we have what we want, we'll be satisfied forever. But we're not. We don't, and we're not. And when we don't know what we want, but we do know what we don't want, we can get in a real pickle about things. And we can get very confused. I speak to lots of people who feel very anxious about not knowing what they want, not knowing, having the confidence to really focus on things that they want to have, because they don't have the confidence that that's what they're supposed to have. They don't have the confidence that that is what is meant to be for them. You know, it's interesting people talk about it's not meant to be. And I think that's a very true statement. Some things are meant to be. They so are, and they are just chomping at the bit to come into your life. But there's a blocker. The door is closed. They can't enter as much as you want them to. And you might think cognitively, why on earth would I close the door to something that I really want? How could I? But you don't know the door's closed, because to open a door to receiving feels far too general and far too big to you. It's frightening. If you're open, if your heart is open, fully open to the universe, there's this feeling of exposure, wide openness. What am I opening up to? What is it that I am saying yes to? I know what I don't want. I don't want that. I definitely don't want that. That's the thing that I don't want. Don't want any more of that. Don't want that to continue. Don't want that again. Don't want that. Don't want that. But working out what you do want can be tricky sometimes, because you don't know whether that's meant to be. Because you don't know whether that's what you really want. You don't have the confidence in manifesting. But this process, which is called allowing, means that you have your own personal manifesting tone with your guardian angel. Allowing is the energy which you create, which is so beautiful to experience, which is so personally created, which is not aspirational, it's not dependent on things happening, which is not something which you have to really get yourself into a higher state of consciousness in order to experience, which is not something which is non-specific in ways which feel pointless, which is not something which is too detailed in ways which get you caught up in the information which isn't important about your manifesting. Allowing is your manifesting tone. Allowing is you saying to the universe, I say yes to this. I say yes to all things that feel like this. Just think about it. Imagine having a manifesting tone that incorporated everything that you wanted. that contained all of the energy of everything that you wanted, so that that energy could constantly and in a completely unconditional way go out into the universe and ask for that. I say yes to that. This is what I allow. This energy, if it looks like this, feels like this, is this, I say yes to this. My heart, the door of my heart is always open to this. Then you can keep the door open. If you're only saying yes to what it is that you say yes to, and you know what you're saying yes to, you know the feeling, you know the component pieces, you know your manifesting tone, then you know that you are opening your heart doors to only and all things that feel like this. So you open your heart to the car, if you want a new car, the car that feels like this. You open your heart to the house that feels like this. You open your heart to the relationship that feels like this. The experience of your physical body, your weight, your health that feels like this. You open your heart to all things that look and feel like this. And then you don't have to worry about the details. Allowing, and I'm going to teach you how to create your own manifesting tone, which is allowing today. Allowing means that you feel safe. And feeling safe is all you are ever looking for. As much as you think you're looking for the car, the house, the bank account, I don't know, the relationship, the health, the experience of life which is tangible and intangible, all you ever want is to feel safe, to feel secure. Because when you feel safe, you relax. When you feel safe, everything slows down. There's momentum. There's beautiful momentum, which is not stopped. Because the momentum of the creative energy of your allowing is what manifests, is specific to you, personal to you. It's not something which you have to trick yourself into thinking or feeling. It's not something which you have to convince yourself is true. It's your allowing, your personal manifesting tone. And it's inside of the Channel of Clarity program, because it's through your allowing tone that you create, that you connect with your guardian angel. Not just connecting in the knowing that they're there, knowing what your life purpose strengths are and what your life purpose is. That's what you can experience through a guardian angel reading. But through channeling your guardian angel, through having that allowing connection with your guardian angel, you are able to say, I am completely open to this. I feel safe. I feel secure. I feel content. And that's all you're ever looking for in your body, the way you feel about your weight, the way you feel about your health, the way you feel about your social status, the way you feel about your bank account, the way you feel about your relationships. That's all you ever want, to feel safe. And when you come out of your head and stop approaching this from your thoughts or things, you know, you get what you think about. Oh, we've already talked about how terrifying that is for all the different reasons and what our minds do. And when you reorientate yourself into here, your heart, not your emotional heart, not your sentimental heart, not your lovey-dovey heart, into your heart center, then not only do you come away from your head and into your heart, which in itself is mega, but you can bring yourself into your allowing. You say, I say yes to this. And it's a creative energy. It's a creative energy because you emit your manifesting tone and you say, I say yes to this. I'm just going to read through comments. If you've got anything you want to ask about this so far, please put it in the comments. I will be going on to talk about allowing and also sharing what Tressarn has to say about allowing in a minute. Let's see what everyone's saying here. Trisha saying, great question. Saying great question to Moni, and saying allowing has the feeling of vulnerability associated with it. Yeah, it does. The word is an interesting word, but when you know what you're allowing, when you're clear on your allowing, what you say yes to, then there's no vulnerability because there are no surprises, because it's never going to be something that happens in any other way other than what you say yes to. Thank you for that. Let's have a look. Trisha says, beautiful, Roz, thank you. And says, absolutely. You need to feel safe to create and grow. Absolutely. Fantastic. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about this. I'm just going to get myself a water. So allowing is your manifesting tone. Allowing means that you don't have to worry about thoughts creating things. Allowing means that you don't need to imagine that you already have something in order to bring it into your experience. Allowing means that you don't have to get into the details of what you want. Allowing means that you don't have to convince yourself that you already have something that you don't have. Allowing is very close to appreciation, but it's different to appreciation. Allowing means that you don't have to keep telling yourself through affirmations or any other means that you are something or have something that you aren't or don't have. So you're not telling yourself porcupines all the time. That just feels so icky, doesn't it? You know, when you actually think about it, constantly telling yourself, like dismissing your feelings about something and say, no, you are this thing. You are this thing. And you don't feel it. I find that to be really a very interesting idea and concepts. And if you are something, then do you have to affirm it? I mean, I don't know. I don't think about affirming something that I already have. It's an embodiment of that knowledge, which, you know, I don't have to say to myself, you know, you're a mum. You are a mum. You're a mum. I know I'm a mum. You know, it's like when it's factually correct, when you've accepted the reality and truth of something, you're not having to constantly talk yourself into believing that it's true. And the other thing about allowing is that your guardian angel is with you to help you to understand how to allow your allowing tone. So let's talk this through and let's practically apply allowing. Let me help you. Let me teach you how to allow, how to really know what this missing piece is to manifesting so that you can create the life that you came here for. It was always intended. Right, so allowing. Allowing is your feeling of safety. So when you look at your life, when you look at your experiences, things that maybe you've enjoyed in your life, feelings of safety, feelings of peace, feelings of contentment, feelings of comfort that you've had in your life, that is the beginning of working out what allowing is for you. For some people, allowing is the imagining or the remembering of walking along a beach and hearing the waves and feeling the sand under their feet and the sun on their skin. Allowing is, this feels real good. I feel safe. I feel content. All is well. For some people, allowing begins with the feeling of how you feel in the morning when you wake up without your alarm. And when you know there's nothing pressing, you're excited about your day, but you don't have to leap out of bed. Just lay there for a couple of minutes and just enjoy that feeling of kind of like slightly sleepy, really lovely, warm, comfortable feeling. Being in your bed, I feel safe. You know, for a lot of people, actually going to bed and sleeping is the very best thing that they can do to allow, because it takes you out of your head, just gives you a bit of a break from yourself. And that's why channeling's so great, because not only allowing is allowing a tool through which you can verbally channel your guardian angel, but allowing is something which takes you out of the thought frequency and it takes you into your heart. And allowing and saying to the universe, when you're allowing, when you feel safe, when you feel content, when you feel, for me, allowing is a feeling of enough. I have enough. For a long time, I had a fear of not having enough. And that used to create all kinds of different issues for me in my life. But feeling of contentment, feeling of allowing for me is having enough. It's a feeling of waking in the morning and feeling happy about my day. It's a feeling of hearing birds. For me, allowing is love, and it can be as simple as putting my hand on my heart center and saying to myself, which is something I've been teaching you over the last 4 weeks, part of that meditation with your guardian angel, which is I love you. I accept you for all that you are. I love you unconditionally. And that takes me out of my head and into my heart. And that allowing feels safe. Because I'm saying, I say yes to this. This is my personal manifesting tone. I want conversations that feel like that. I want an experience of life that feels like that. I want a home that feels like that. I want a family connection that feels like that. I want my work that feels like that. I want to be able to find solutions, create purpose that feels like that. And your personal manifesting tone is your allowing. So tell me, when have you felt safe? What moment in your day? What memory do you have? Could be to do with nature. Could be to do with the part of your day that you experience now. When do you feel safe? When do you feel content? Tiny moment. And that is going to be your allowing time. That is your manifesting time. That is how you're able to manifest without not thinking about things or knowing that thoughts create things. That is how you manifest things without affirmations. That's how you manifest things without imagining or convincing yourself that you already have something that you don't have. And not only does it mean that you are sending an accurate manifesting tone out into the universe, which is, I want everything that feels like that, which is step one, which is like incredible, because it means you don't manifest incorrectly. You don't manifest stuff you don't want. You don't manifest what you think you want and then get something that falls short of that, which is what I've done myself. You manifest what you really want. You manifest something which is aligned with what is meant to be, who you are meant to be. And that is exciting and abundant and healthy and loving. But not only do you do that, you let it back in. Because there are lots of people that will tell you how it is that you can send these manifesting rockets or these desires or these, whatever they might be. That's what I want. That's what I'm focusing on. What I want. I'm focusing on what I want. I'm being a good person. I'm keeping my thoughts positive. I'm writing out the affirmations. I've got the vision board. I feel excited. I'm in a good mood. And then it takes longer than you want it to take. And then you think it's all gone wrong. And it hasn't. It's just that you can't get back. Can't arrive. But you're allowing. Not only does it allow the manifestation of what you really want, but it means that you can actively receive it back. All the blocks and barriers to you having everything that you want are removed because there's no resistance, because you're saying yes to this. And how could you're never going to say, I don't want that, my allowing. I'm never going to say, I don't want that first thing in the morning feeling of just being able to lay there for a few minutes. I'm never going to say, I don't want that feeling of being in my heart and just, I love you. I accept you for all that you are. I love you unconditionally. And sometimes I can say that with complete passion. And other times it's slightly less so because of any number of things that are happening, because I haven't slept or because my hormones are all over the place. And wow, doesn't that affect things? But when you're in your allowing, it's something you can always reach for, something you can always turn to. And not only is an active creative energy, which is sending out your own personal manifesting tone out into the universe, which is not dependent on anything past or future, which is not restricted by your thoughts and your thinkings and your imaginings as to what is possible, but it's allowing it back. It's sending it out and it's allowing it back. And that is what your guardian angel is here to help you to do. To have the confidence of what it is that you are here to have, what it is that is going to bring you that feeling of safety, contentment, comfort, enough. That's what it is for me. It's just enough, a feeling of enough. Because when I have enough, I feel safe. I used to have a fear of hunger. I really did. I used to be terrified of hunger. I used to pack the most crazy bags fulls of food every time we went out. And it's great to provide and it's great to plan ahead, but it wasn't about that. It was a terrified thought of being hungry, fear of hunger. And that feeling of allowing has transformed that for me. So allowing can help you to have the body that you want, help you to have the energy levels that you want. Allowing can give you the manifestation of any reality, and you will know that not only will it be aligned with what is really wanted by you, but it will also come back. Let's see what everyone's saying here. Hilda's saying, just arrived. Lovely to have you here, Hilda. Trisha's saying, early pre-dawn, the world is quiet, but the birds are already singing. I love that time of day. I often see that time of day. That could well be your allowing. Anne's saying, yep, Anne's agreeing, pre-dawn, simplicity, silence, perfect time to just be. Yeah, and allowing is your feeling of that pre-dawn, if it's pre-dawn for you. It's the feeling of that you can pick up and bring into your heart and access at any and all times of day. It's not dependent on anything happening. And sometimes you'll be able to connect with, and it takes practice, right? But it's not difficult. It's really, really not difficult. It just takes practice. But the more you do it, and the more you see the results of doing it, because you will see manifesting results, you will start to see things opening up for you. You will start to see things entering your life that have been absent for a long time. You will feel better, but not just feel better. You'll start to see all of that wonderful build-up of everything that you've ever wanted that's out in the universe, having a way of coming home. Your allowing calls it home, allows it home. So tell me, when have you felt safe? When is it? We've got pre-dawn here. I've shared some examples with you. Hi, Sue. Sue says, solo times walking on the beach. Yeah, beautiful. It's allowing. So if you can visualize that, think about that, remember that. Think about all the different qualities that you're experiencing when you're doing that. That's your allowing. You can use that as your allowing. And you can place your hand over your heart and you can just be like, oh, yeah, I say yes to this. It's important for you to affirm that. I've just said about no affirmations, but you are saying, I say yes to this. I say yes to this. Everything that feels like this. Imagine walking along the beach solo and having a relationship that feels like that. Having a bank account that feels like that. Imagine that feeling that you've described walking along the beach and having a body that feels like that. Having your whole life feel that way. And knowing that you can create anything that you want from that place and know that it will come back and feel that way. Safe. Feels safe. I say yes to this. This feels good to me. This feels safe. Remember, it's safe. Safe is fundamental. It's not about pretending something's not true. It's not about dismissing things, wishing things weren't being safe. What feels safe to you? Fundamental safety. And this is the personal aspect of allowing that I teach in the Channel of Clarity program, which is teaching you how to verbally channel your guardian angel, but teaching you allowing, which means that you can manifest everything that you've ever wanted. And if you want to know about that, hello@rosplace.com. I'll be delighted to answer your questions. Trisha says, Anne said she's been doing it for years. Yeah, that wonderful feeling of early morning. Okay, let's have a word with Tressarn, shall we? See what Tressarn has to say about allowing. Let's tune into him now. I'm just going to have a sip of water. Allowing is the experience of openness to all good things. And the knowing that all good things are not only being asked for, but are returned to you. Allowing is not hoping. Allowing is not impatience. Allowing is not unconditional in the sense of experiencing something which can only be satisfied when particular outcomes have arrived. Allowing is the experience of open. It is the experience of receiving. And you're allowing your feelings of safety, your manifesting tone, your personal, beautiful, unique energy which you emit, which you intentionally bring yourself into, which you allow, which you know is, I say yes to this, is the missing piece, the part which has always evaded you, the piece which you've been searching for, the piece which you have felt has been held back by something which you have not been told. And yet it is the most natural state of being. Because your allowing is the energy of, I say yes to this. Your allowing is the feeling of safety, comfort, contentment, which does not depend on anything happening, on anything being. It is empowering. Your allowing is a creative vibrational frequency, an accurate manifesting tone. It is the energy from which all realities are created, but significantly, from which all realities which are energetically already formed for you in the universe to come home. It is your purpose to allow, to create with the creative energy of allowing, the manifesting tone, which is specific and unique and beautifully personal to you, as this is manifesting at its most aligned. This is manifesting in a way which is unique and personal to you and guaranteed, ensured to create realities which you have come here to experience. And significantly, invite them back home, to allow them home, to open the door of your heart without vulnerability, without feelings of fear, without a feeling of exposure. Instead, with a feeling of knowledge that you open the door and know exactly what will be there. More feelings of safety, more feelings of contentment, more feelings of comfort. And it is your guardian angel who can give you the confidence, teach you through the trust that you develop in your relationship, naturally how to experience this allowing tone. And so it is. That was lovely. Ross back again. That was so good what Tressarn said there. Learned something there that was really significant. How did you hear what Tressarn said? Did that make sense to you? Was that something that inspired you? Do you have any questions that you want to ask about what we've talked about so far? Trisha's saying, Aura's already amazing, so expanded with this message. Thank you. That's a very kind thing for you to say. Okay. Well, we've talked about, let's just summarize what we've talked about today. The missing piece. I was reluctant, I was a bit hesitant to actually call it that because it sounds so cheesy. I think there are lots of people out there that are telling you that they know the missing piece, the secret to manifesting. And this is practical, and this is something that works. This is something that I teach clients all the time, and I'm delighted to share with you, to teach you how to allow. Because when you understand how to allow, you manifest everything you've ever wanted. You don't only send an energy out into the universe, which is personally, uniquely, specifically, exquisitely formed in a way which will deliver, or will create rather, everything you've ever wanted accurately, without wasting time, without doubting, without lacking confidence. But crucially, it allows everything that is already formed for you out there in the universe, waiting, sitting there, just hanging out in the universe, already been created, waiting to come back into your life through the open door of your heart, which is only open to all things which are your allowing, all things which feel safe to you, all things which feel contented and comfortable to you. It's been so good to be with you here. Once again, if you would like to learn any more about the Channel of Clarity method, which is what Tressarn gave me, and allowing is part of that, as well as teaching you how to channel your guardian angel, there's a link in the description to the book, Channel of Clarity. And also, if you want to talk to me about channeling your guardian angel and all the reasons that it's amazing, then you can just reach out to me, hello@rosplace.com. I'll be delighted to help you and answer any questions that you have. So allow. Something else that you can do, which will be so helpful to me, is if you will consider liking this video, subscribing to this channel, sharing this video. You can share it on your Facebook story. You just need to press share and it will be shared on your Facebook video. It helps Facebook stories. It really does help so much, or on your Facebook page. Helps with the algorithm. And I'll be sending you the recording if you're signed up. I'll be sending you the recording and giving you access to all of my other free, complimentary series that are up and coming with Tressarn. And you can do that by clicking on the link below. So it's been great to be with you. You're awesome. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.